Hey folks, in the last video you may have seen something. I didn't actually talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it now, and that is these bins. So what they've done is they've taken one off the top and stuck it around to the side. So at this point, if they're trying to stop people from driving down there, that's a little bit of overkill. Really all they need is one in the center. So it's time to talk to somebody about this. And again, I got the problem of sleeping in the daytime, so and you try talking to or getting a hold of government officials, chances are I'll get an answering machine. I may have to talk to Westcast themselves, because like I say, I'm sure that's where it's coming from. It's their bins, and all the tire tracks beyond it go to and from there. The worst part about this is when they put the bins there, they created these big ruts with their wheels, and that's what everybody has to go through right now to get around these stupid bins. It's not just me. There's people in town that have more than one kid, and they have the double wide strollers. I see them come through here. So, those tiny little wheels are going to have a heck of a lot more problem than what I'm having. So, this is what angered me. This right here. This is more than just blocking vehicles, and I'm not impressed. So anyways, that's all I have for that particular issue. This was September 23rd, the date of this video, and nothing's really changed since then. If something changes, or if I finally get a hold of somebody, I'll give an update, but that's the last I'll talk about this. So I noticed my night video trying out my new headlight. I didn't play the rest of it. I kind of forgot that I went through the other part of the trail, so I'm going to play that part right now. Every once in a while I look back and make sure my strobe light's flashing. I come up to the stop sign here and take a look behind me. I don't see any flashing light, so I reach up and grab my button. Got it flashing again. I've come to the conclusion the issue I have is the light itself. It's supposed to be waterproof, but I think it's supposed to be mounted on some kind of panel or something. So the inside, where the circle is that the wires go through, might not be waterproof itself. That might be what's causing the problem. So I did order a new one, and it is at the post office waiting for me at this moment. It was there on Friday, but I just didn't get up soon enough to be able to go get it. And it's with something else that won't fit in the post office box, so I know I have to go to the counter to get it. So, other news. Monster parts are on the way. ODSP approved it rather rather quickly. I think I was trying to say very, very quickly. Sometimes they'll approve it that day, other times it can take like a couple weeks or more. So the only reason I found this out is because I got a notice from Canada Post that a shipping label had been prepared. I'm not sure what word they used. So that told me it was on its way. And then I called and I was going to give him my card number so I could pay the $20 shipping fee. But he said there's no shipping for this one. I think, okay, I can deal with that. So it's not going to cost me anything to get these parts to me, which is kind of cool. So for those of you that don't know, ODSP will pay for repairs for medical devices, but they don't pay for shipping. So, and that's why I had that concern, because normally I have to pay for the shipping, which is like $20. It's no big deal. As far as my light goes, I cannot explain to you how bright this is. You really can't see it in the video because the camera adjusts for the light and it darkens everything, which is why everything around me, outside that circle of light, is black, because it just adjusts to it. But it is like super bright, and you might notice how the houses are lighting up. Like I say, it's like a car headlight. It's super bright. I'm very impressed. And somebody did ask about the battery usage. On this particular trip, I didn't notice anything. The monitor didn't slow down any more than it already is. I got thoughts about that I'll bring up in another video. But, well, one thing I've noticed, in the daytime, if I use... Actually, before I even get to that, I do use my backup camera all the time now. I started using it in case there's rain or whatever. Then I don't have to fumble with trying to get it started, because it tends to fall asleep if it's plugged in and not being used, and then I have to take the battery out to reset it. So I use it all the time now. Two reasons for that. One, you've already seen. If I need a wider shot, I can use it because it's a wider angle. The SJCAM is only 160 degrees, whereas the H9 is 170. So it captures a wider image. And the other reason is if I forget to turn my SJCAM on, which happens, then I've got a backup. It's already running. I don't have to worry about missing any video. And there's a couple of times I've actually forgot to turn the H9 on, so it works both ways. But one thing I noticed in the daytime, you get the glare, especially if the sun's shining on it. The camera lens is clean. I thoroughly cleaned everything that I could. I brought everything inside and used my lens cleaner on it, and I discovered my waterproof case has a scratched lens. I don't know how this happened. Maybe from driving through all the tree branches. Strong possibility there, but it kind of looks like somebody took sandpaper to it. That's how badly it's scratched. So there isn't really anything I can do about that. I looked into clear plastic repair kits, and well, it would be cheaper to replace this whole system. So, and that's a powered waterproof case, so it's actually cheaper than the lens repair or plastic repair. So, but the nice thing is when I use it at night, it turns the streetlights into stars. I think that's actually kind of cool. The street signs that light up are kind of overwhelming, but getting the glare from them. But other than that, I'm really not too concerned about it. The only time it's a real problem is if the sun's shining directly on it, and it's like a serious glare I can't do anything about. So that's it for that. And so the crap storm continues. My voice might sound a little different now because now I'm using my voice recorder. For some reason my phone won't send my recordings anymore. The first two I had to send 3 times before I got them once. And this one I tried like 20 times, restarted the phone, didn't make any difference, it's not sending. Crap storm continues. So anyways, on this day, it was 23 degrees, right on the border of being shorts weather for me. So it's another nice day. Yeah, looking at the forecast, it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend. temperature-wise anyway. So the rain icon's in there. But I'm out enjoying, take advantage of it while it's here. This might be it for the year, just never know. It's pretty overcast today. At the occasional break of sun, but at least the temperature's
Saturday, I watched you fly away across the empty sky. I turned around and waved goodbye, and now it's me alone. It's just an empty home that's on an empty street, in a town that always sleeps, and a blind man in the darkness knows no difference. But I have grown accustomed to the colors that you bring. I check the dial tone on the telephone, but when I try to speak, the reception gets so weak. I took an hour's drive into the countryside. The sky was bright and clear, but it was cold without you here. And my mind is turning back before I knew you. And the numbness was the only thing I'd ever really known. I was on. Long ago, I was happy by myself. Long ago, it was me and no one else. Long ago, then I saw your face. I got a photograph beneath a sheet of glass, inside a cherry frame, but it is never quite the same. It's just a memory, a spot in history. It is no good to me when I am living here and now. Oh, I've tried to make my peace with all the silence. I've tried to patch the cracks. I've got my finger in the dam, and I've tried to find contentment in seclusion. But I will never really smile till the day that you return, till you return.
after I get my daily coffee, sit here and I see one of our fire trucks driving by. Not an emergency mode or anything, just driving. I'm assuming it's heading to Blythe. It's based on what I hear on the scanner in a bit. but I'm going to head across the street and sit at another one of my new resting places. This isn't the first time I sat here, but it's the first time showing it. You can see why I haven't shown it, because the fence kind of blocking the view. So I'm sitting here for a little while, and scanner goes off.
Attention North Huron Wingham Fire, please respond to the area of Clyde Line and Jamestown Road. Again, that's Clyde Line and Jamestown Road. There's a lot of black smoke visible. It's unknown what is on fire, if anything. Again, that's at the area of Clyde Line and Jamestown Road for the site of lots of black smoke at 1814. Attention North Huron Wingham Fire, please respond to the area of Clyde Line and Jamestown Road. Again, that's Clyde Line and Jamestown Road for black smoke visible in that area. Unknown if the structure is on fire. Again, that's Clyde Line and Jamestown Road for black smoke visible in the area. Time is 18:15. Attention North Huron Blythe Fire, this is an information page and an information page only. Wingham Station is responding to the area of Clyde Line and Jamestown Road for black smoke visible in the area. Again, this is an information page only for Blythe Station at 18:15.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Car 2.
Car 2, go ahead.
Page acknowledged for Blythe Station.
Roger, Car 2, you're acknowledging page, time is 18:16.
At this point, you can see me looking around trying to see if there's any smoke that I can see. The sky being cloudy is really hampering that, but basically kind of expecting the Wingham fire trucks to go by, so I'm trying to get a good position to see that. And the direction I'm facing, the smoke should be like basically right directly in front of me if it was visible.
Louder 2, call Car 2. Yeah, go ahead, Car 2, louder 2. Louder 2, just hold your position for now.
I don't remember if it was breezy today or not. But the smoke might not be rising very high, it may be staying close to the ground, so it's quite distant, so may not be exactly visible from this point.
Fire dispatch, Car 2.
Car 2, go ahead.
Dispatch, you can show Car 2 responding. I am responding out of the Blythe Station, however.
Roger that, Car 2, you're responding from Blythe Station at 18:17.
But at least I'm in position to Hit a couple of fire trucks on video. The ladder truck, you heard them say, hold your position, and car 2 is responding from Blythe. That's why I thought the fire truck that was going by was heading to Blythe, because it kind of sounds like that's where they're at.
Fire dispatch, you can show car 3 responding.
Air car 3 responding.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Engine 1.
Go ahead, engine 1.
You show engine 1 responding. Alpha Bravo +3 belted.
Roger, engine 1, you're responding. Alpha Bravo +3 belted. Time is 18:19.
Fire dispatch, North Huron Tank 4, responding with driver +1 belted.
Roger, Tank 4, you're responding. Driver +1 belted. Time is 18:19.
Fire dispatch, you can show tank 9 responding. Echo +5 belted.
Roger, Tank 9, you're responding. Echo +5 belted at 18:19.
Fire dispatch, you can show tank 8 responding. Foxtrot +1 belted.
Those are the only 2 trucks I got to see. Everybody else was responding out of Blythe, including the Blythe Fire Department. So, what was burning?
Fire dispatch, North Huron Command.
Go ahead.
Make contact with the homeowner. It's got a well-contained bonfire. There's no problems here at the scene. Command will be terminated. All units returning.
That's Roger. Contact with homeowner's been made. There's no issues there. You're all clear and returning. Command's been terminated at 18:29. So large bonfire.
Well, at least it was a nice day for a drive. So, after this, I kind of stuck around here for a little while. I've already done my tour for the day, and it's just so nice just sitting here watching people, watching the world go by. And I decided to just kind of prolong the experience. I moved around a few times, kind of different positions, and I eventually settled in one at the far end of the lot at the top of the hill. And I sat there for like another half hour after I decided to sit there. So now it was time to go home. I just ride down the hill. I wouldn't do that with my old scooter, but Monster handles it no problem. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.